Why buy smoked salmon when you can make cured salmon for a fraction of the price? Making Gravlax is so much more affordable than buying it. Gravlax is just as delicious as smoked salmon, which is very expensive. With a little effort and some basic ingredients, you can cure your salmon and infuse it with delicious flavor. We bought this fresh Atlantic salmon on sale for $11 a pound. To make Gravlax, you need to buy fresh salmon, not defrosted fish. We trimmed off the fatty parts and sliced off a section that has a similar thickness throughout. You can also do this, but it's not necessary. We mainly did it so it would fit nicely into the container we used. Making Gravlax isn't a lot of work, but you need to do it over a few days. You just need to plan in advance. There's no rushing the process. Gently touch the fillet to check for bones. They're hard to see, so go by touch rather than sight. We used these tongs to remove bones. We didn't find any, but this is the technique to use. It's important to do this as the bones can be quite large. These are all the ingredients we used. We're using the zest of a lemon, a lime, and 2 clementines. You can use orange instead of clementine if you like. Peel a section of horseradish root that is about 2 inches long. Grate about 3 tablespoons. Don't worry, you can also use horseradish from the jar. You'll also use 3 tablespoons. Finely chop a large bunch of fresh dill, including the stems. Peel 3 medium-sized beets. These will add sweetness and a beautiful color to the salmon. Finely grate the beets and set aside. In a large bowl, add coarse sea salt, brown sugar, the citrus zest, horseradish, dill, and beetroot. Now for our favorite ingredient, Irish whiskey. Most chefs use vodka, but we had whiskey, so we used whiskey. You can use whatever strong alcohol you happen to have. The alcohol is not required, but it does add a lot of flavor. Mix everything together to incorporate. Use whatever container your salmon will fit into. It should have some depth. Add half of the curing mix, followed by the salmon, skin up. Many recipes instruct you to put a weight on top of the salmon. But Guillermo doesn't like to do that, as it smooshes the salmon and it doesn't look nice. That technique gains time, but the salmon goes flat. Push down a little to immerse the fish. Then top with the rest of the curing mix. Cover and leave in the fridge for 48 hours. After 48 hours, take out the salmon and rinse off the curing mix. You can discard the mix left in the container. Rinse with cold water, scrubbing with your fingers on both sides to get it all off. The fish is cured, but it's not ready. Now it needs to dry out so that you can slice it. Place on a rack and pat dry. Leave uncovered in the fridge on the rack for 2 to 3 days. After 2 to 3 days, your Gravlax is ready to eat. Look at that beautiful color. This Gravlax is going to be so delicious. Now you can store the Gravlax in plastic wrap or a Tupperware until you're ready to serve it. Gravlax is often served as an appetizer. Here's one simple and delicious way of serving it. We'll make a simple dill cream sauce with these ingredients. Add sour cream to a small bowl. Next add horseradish, either freshly grated or from a jar. Add lemon zest, lime zest, and fresh dill. Now add lemon juice, olive oil, and a pinch of salt and pepper. Mix well to incorporate. Now we'll slice the Gravlax. It's best to use a sharp knife. The 2 outer slices will be the darkest, as this part has been in direct contact with the beet mixture. You can decide how thick to slice it, but we sliced ours to a thickness of about 2 millimeters. As you can see, the salmon has a nice shape to it, since we decided not to weigh it down while it was curing. Cured salmon is such an elegant dish, and it's a plus that it's also affordable to make. Thinly slice some red onion or shallots. Then thinly slice some cucumber. We love to use the small Lebanese cucumbers. We are going to serve the Gravlax on some German bread we bought at the store. Top with the cucumber slices and spoon on the cream sauce. Now fold the Gravlax into waves to make it look more fancy. Top with the onion or shallots and some capers. Capers are essential, by the way. Don't skip these. Finish with a few small sprigs of dill. This gravlax looks and tastes amazing. It's a healthy, refreshing appetizer, perfect for any occasion. If you liked our gravlax video, we think you'd also like this one.